again with Mr. AJ. Finally recording episode 4, AJ.
Yeah, I'm happy because I had a lot of fun last time. I had a big lot of fun last time.
You had big amounts of fun?
Yes, always with you.
Oh, do we have a topic of conversation tonight on the Behind the Mic podcast with Matt? This is going to be very Far Cry heavy. Very much
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
So
I got a bunch of stuff other than that too, but yeah.
where do we begin with Far Cry, man? Where do we even start? Um, First off, your overall impression of it. I want to get yours first.
So far,
So far.
the the only issue I've had so far with it is cutscenes. Sometimes the mouth doesn't sync up with what is being said. It's like a little delayed or a little too fast. Other than that, I think the gameplay is fine. I think the controls are fine. And
Right.
Giancarlo Esposito is very intimidating, even in game form.
The only thing I would say about him is they don't utilize him as much as I'd like, comparatively to what they have in the past.
Really?
Yeah, like Far Cry 3, your main villain boss there, he was there almost every other 5 minutes. And I'm 14 hours in, and I've seen maybe 5 cutscenes with the main villain in it. Now, granted,
Really? That's it?
that's it. Now, granted, I'm only 42% into the game after 14 hours. I'm
Oh
looking at
God.
I'm looking at my stats right now. I've got 859 kills with 4 F&D bases captured right now. And I'm lacking. I need to do some side questing, kind of capture some of the more of those F&D bases. I tell you what, dude, though, the mechanic of the way you have to deal with your weapons in this Far Cry game. I like the idea of you kind of being scrappy and putting together material to make silencers and all that good stuff that we're doing.
Yeah, I like the
The
crafting
D
aspect.
bases.
I'm still on the first island. I haven't really done a whole lot because I've been working and helping you in the broadcast booth, which again, a lot of fun. If you haven't, go check out some of the races that we did this week. We definitely got silly in a couple of them, and we had one very heartfelt one.
Yeah, man, you look back on the week we had. The week's not over yet, but as we record on Friday night, but so far what we have done, it's been a range of emotions for sure throughout the week. One really, as you said, heartfelt one with the Jane Pompelli 150 there that we did. And then tomorrow night or tomorrow day, as we're recording here, with the Jimmy Crow Senior 500 coming up, Crow's Nest making their return. I got you coming in to help with that some, but that's going to be very emotional for me. Me and Jimmy Crow Senior were really close there a while back, so if I make it through all that race without crying, I'll be all right. But man, that's gonna be fun. It's been a wild ride since you come on board, AJ. See what really had oh, did we lose AJ? Yeah, we lost AJ. Dang it. Let's go back in here. Live. Live. Let's see if we're back with AJ now. Yay, Discord. Hi, buddy.
Yeah, at least I was able to listen to you the whole time.
Yeah, so I mean, we've had a hectic week, bud.
Yeah, we did. But back to Far Cry, the landscape of everything has been, I think, so cool. How you're stuck in the Caribbean and you're trying to liberate Utah.
Yeah,
I think that's what it's called. And I don't know, it's just fun. Like I was just running around in one of the jeeps, and I was like, "Oh, those are bad guys." Ba-bump, ba-bump, ba-bump.
yep. Now this is the part of the podcast where Matt gets himself in trouble. Is it just me, or is the leader of the faction we may or may not be a part of in that game really pretty? We'll use that word.
I mean, you can fully get in trouble, but yes, she is.
Yes, she is. I do.
Clara.
Clara, whatever they call her. Yes. It's like
No, but
you need me to go kill a bunch of people for your pretty face. Okay.
enough said. So, what are
And
your overall thoughts?
um, man, I've been around Far Cry since Far Cry 3, and overall, I mean, it's good. It's Far Cry. It's what you expect when you go into Far Cry. You know, with Far Cry, it's going to be a long game, right? It's going to be a
Yeah.
little bit of a grind. I haven't hit that part of the game to where the missions feel repetitive yet. I haven't
No,
got
but
that
knowing Far
monotonous
Cry
feel.
games, that's gonna happen.
Oh yeah, it's definitely going to happen. Because you're still, even at 42% in, you're still learning things, and you're learning and you're exploring. Because I don't do all my exploring at one time when it comes to these games. I tend to wait, and I do that for a reason. That way, it's kind of spread apart.
Yep. Yeah. Right now, I like probably when we're done talking and this ends up going live, I'm probably gonna jump on the PlayStation, end up playing for a little while, just to go shoot shit and have fun.
Yeah, that's the only bad thing I will say. I wish it was crossplay. If
Yeah, you
it would be
think
better.
it's 2021? You know, other games have done it. You think everybody'd be able to play?
Yeah, I wish I could get on there with you and us team up. Because the nice thing about Far Cry 6 is the whole game can be played in co-op if
Yeah,
you've got a buddy. So that'd make it a lot more fun.
that's the plan. That's why I got it for the PlayStation. The plan from the get go was me and my buddy James to completely wreck house because we're into those kind of games, and I'm pretty sure he'd be pretty good at Tom Clancy's like Ghost Wildlands or something like that too. It's the same concept, really.
Yeah, it's the same concept. Now, me personally, I'm also big into Splinter Sail. That's another one I'm big into.
Oh god, I haven't played Splinter Cell in I don't know how long.
I'm big into that. I kind of wish we would get another one, but I don't see it coming for a while. Um, Hitman I'm into, but Far Cry, as far as returning to the series, every time it releases, Far Cry's up there for me to what I usually get into.
Yeah,
Not,
I'm hoping we get some really good DLCs when it comes to Far Cry 6 because I love Giancarlo Esposito as the villain and I know nothing about what happens at the middle of the game or ending. I haven't seen anything,
right.
but I hope that there's a lot that goes on with him later in the game.
There is, and it takes you deeper into his story, and it gets very interesting because some things you thought originally is not at all what you would have assumed about him.
Did you spoil everything for yourself?
No, not really.
Oh, okay.
I didn't watch anything to anybody's like story or you know. I purposely don't do that anymore.
But are there any other games that are coming out soon or have come out that you've been playing?
Here comes one that everybody in chat's going to be like, he's boring. New farming sim game right around the corner. Can't wait.
Why did I feel like that was coming out? Why did I feel like you were going to say that?
Can't wait. Gonna go harvest some crops and drive around in circles in my tractor for a while.
Speaking of driving around in circles, the new NASCAR game comes out in like 2 weeks. NASCAR 21 Ignition. I'm excited to see what it looks like. I'm most likely not getting it, but I'm excited to see how much of a step up it is from the Heat series.
Here comes my iRacing elitist aspect. Here we go. No, all kidding aside, I hope it does good because that's where I come from, right? I'm gonna gloat a minute. I am your two-time NASCAR 09 what was the name of that league? Midnight Thunder League. Two-time champion on NASCAR 09, thank you. So yes, I do
And
hope consoles do well. However, for me, I cannot justify paying for iRacing and then going and buying the NASCAR game.
unless you have a certain amount of friends that do not have iRacing and
Yeah,
only have console.
yeah, that's the only way I could justify it. I mean, even if it's amazing, right? At some level, I'm sitting there going, okay, for me, not for me. Now, there's a caveat. If NASCAR 2022 comes out and AJ comes and tells me next year, oh, it's going to be like NASCAR Thunder '04's career mode, to where you have to build your chassis and buy your chassis and has a really in-depth career mode, then I'll be like, okay, I'm on it. But
Mm.
just a race, no, I'm not probably not going to pick it up. Even though I
Uh,
probably should, I'm not.
and since we're talking about racing games, and this game will come out for the computer as well, I'm really excited to see Forza Horizon 5.
You know, it has been years since I've touched a Forza Horizon game.
They've all been good. They've all been very good.
Forza game in general, I haven't touched in years. So maybe, just maybe, I might try it out.
Well, if you have Game Pass or whatever, I think it's free on Game Pass.
Yeah. Can we talk about that for a second?
Uh-oh.
Here's my problem with where the gaming industry is going. Okay, so if you want all the new Ubisoft exclusives, right? And you don't want to buy them outright, like me, I got Ubisoft Connect, right? So I got Far Cry 6, and you just play it and you beat it, and then if you don't want to play it anymore, you let Connect go, right? But here's the problem: if you start getting Connect, Game Pass, say at some point Steam releases a streaming service, dude, you could be $30 a month in passes and
Yeah.
subscriptions,
Yeah, it's just like with streaming services, but just with video games.
which is the way we're going, honestly. Unfortunately, like even if you get physical media now, it doesn't matter because you need the patches. I think we talked about that last time. I
Yep.
think in the next 10 years, it will all be you'll have your PlayStation that connects to the cloud, and there's not going to be such thing as disc play.
We're already getting to that.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, when's the last time that I even bought a disc version of a game? God.
Yeah, I was just thinking that exact same thing.
Um, you know,
KFC Ninja says I am ready for Forza Horizon 5. Yeah, dude. If you're still watching us, what's your first car you're gonna try to ride in?
mine's going to be a Ford Crown Victoria.
I saw I usually go for the Bugattis just because they're fast and you can do some serious speed with them. But I think the record to getting across the map at like 250 miles an hour, and they were holding 250 miles an hour, they got across the whole map in like 3 minutes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's insane. The amount of power you're doing to get across a big ass map like they have is insane.
Right.
But there's another game that came out, and I think it came out today or last Friday, and that's Back for Blood.
You know,
Have you heard anything about Back for Blood?
I have not heard about this, buddy. Do tell.
Have you ever heard of a game called Left 4 Dead?
Yes, I have heard of that.
It's the spiritual successor to that because Valve wouldn't give up the rights to it.
Okay.
So they pretty much made their own game. Xbox made their own. Well, it's not just Xbox, I don't think. I think it's everybody. I could be wrong with that. I'm going to Google that right now. But I'm really excited because I really enjoyed the Left 4 Dead series. And that was actually my first LAN party. If all you younger people don't know what a LAN party is, it's when you hook up a bunch of consoles or computers together and play off of just one.
Yeah, that's what us, older folks who, them old timers, that's what we used to do.
Yep, Back for Blood does come out for PS5.
I'm sure it's releasing
And
on the
KFC
computer.
Ninja said 69 Charger. Oh, that sounds hot. You just went full Dominic Toretto.
Dukes of Hazzard, get it right. Dominic Charger's nothing on a General E. Get out of here with that.
Yeah, but he always had the older muscle cars while crap. Brian O'Connell had all the the Japanese souped up cars.
Yeah, for sure. Now I've got another one for you.
What's up?
As I get older, and we talk about not having to do, everything is just digital anymore, right? The problem being, you almost become overloaded. Okay,
yeah.
For me, if I win, I eventually beat Far Cry. I still have Watch Dogs 2. I still have Watch Dogs Legion. I've got Red Dead Redemption 2 that I need to go back and finish up.
Oh, have you haven't finished that story yet?
No, I have not.
Oh, dude, do yourself a favor and finish that story.
There you go. And I mean, you end up in this scenario to where you end up with all kinds of backlog. And then I sit there and I go, do I really need to buy another game right now? Because,
I am significantly worse than you are. And I'll explain when you're done talking about your, do I really need another game?
Okay, go ahead and explain now, because I want to hear this.
Okay, so I'm recording this on my about $2,500 PC.
Yes.
So, for all you people who don't know, my buddies and I all pitched in, my podcast buddies, Nerds Doing Nerd Things, who give us a listen, for my Christmas birthday present. They all pitched in, along with, I threw in some money because I saw how enormous that was going to be. And they built me a computer that can pretty much run everything. It's a supercomputer. So I have that. I have a Series X, an Xbox Series X, and I have a PlayStation 5. Don't talk to me about having too much.
My God, bro.
Well, the way I see it is, yeah, the computer can play 95% of the Xbox games, but some of those games aren't cross-platform.
Right.
The PlayStation, though, is I love Uncharted, I love God of War, the Spider-Man games, and I have a majority of my podcast group only has PlayStation.
There you go. Now, if you're my scenario and you look at it and you say, if I was going to get anything, it'd be PlayStation, because I haven't even touched The Last of Us 2 yet.
And that too. And I love that story.
Yeah, I mean, so you look at heavy story-oriented games that I need to brush up on.
I will say, and I don't know if you do this, there are some games out there that I don't like playing, but I love watching. I'll sit and watch somebody play, I don't know. Well, I'll just say The Last of Us. Right. It's like a movie. I'm absolutely horrible at the game. I've tried it and got very aggravated that I kept dying. So I'm like, I'll pick this up sooner or later. And then I just flip over to YouTube. Okay, I'm just going to watch it now. This guy is so much better than I am.
Well, some people do that even if they don't have if they know they don't have the time to play the game, right? Yeah. It's easier to say, I'm going to go watch, just say Red Dead. I'm going to watch a story to see how the story turned out, which I don't do that. I go into it perfectly blind, and I refuse to watch Let's Plays of it and whatnot, even though I feel like Let's Plays as a whole has went down in popularity, but that's another topic.
The guy I normally watch, and he does a fantastic job, is Gamer's Little Playground.
Okay.
And he does game movies. They're like all the cutscenes and major points in the game that aren't cutscenes, so he just makes a whole movie out of it. I'm a huge Arkham fan, Batman Arkham.
Yeah.
And he literally has Arkham Origins, Asylum, City, and Night all in one video. It's like 13 hours.
Wow.
Which I could just imagine how long that took to load into YouTube.
Oh my God! Can
at
you
high
imagine?
definition.
Could you imagine cutting all that in, editing
Well,
all that in, and
I think
putting
they
it
were all
together?
separate videos that he just put together.
Still though, that's hard. Like that's
Yo, yeah.
no, there's no easy way that you're gonna do that, but that's some dedication right there.
Hey, there's my buddy Nighthawk. What's up, dude? What's up,
Nighthawk in
Chris?
the house. The Hawk's showing up. Do I need to duck? Is the Hawk gonna like carry me away?
No, you're not a rat.
Oh, good point. Well, depends on who you ask. Oh,
uh, and I know we're a sim iRacing channel. If anybody watching this is in for a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday night league, give my good buddy Nighthawk a message. He runs a fantastic league on all 3 nights.
a league that I joined ran one race and then ended up having to do broadcasting duties and had to bail. Unfortunately, that's normally how it goes for me. But it's a really good
Yeah.
league. Oh man,
Yeah.
you know, sit here and you think about it. Like I'm sure one day when there's some young whippersnapper that takes over the channel and they're doing the broadcasting, and I'm sitting here eating my popcorn, I will probably, eventually catch up on all these games. Maybe eventually, but
Yeah.
you know,
But he literally runs pretty much everything. I think he's starting up a cup series on Thursdays soon. I'll probably show up sooner or later, but I enjoy helping you out when I get out of work, which who knows what time I get out of work lately. But I'm making some extra cash helping you and being your social media guy.
yeah, you're my and my control map manager. You're pretty good at that too.
Yeah, I have to because you want to go flying off the walls, and I'm like, Matt, that's bad for business. Very bad for business.
Okay, man. You gotta do what's best for business. I don't want to do what's
no
best
fun,
for
no
business.
play. Make Matt go something. Go crazy. Well, mind if I do?
Oh man.
Oh man. But yeah, I can't believe this is only the 4th episode. We need to do more of these.
We do need to do more of these. It's just
But speaking of podcasting, we are really in the middle of Nerdtober over on mine, and I will tell you the Mist that we just watched last night that's going to come out next Friday. Oh, you guys need to listen to that show, because if you ever have seen The Mist, oh god, that ending will give me nightmares for a while, along with all those creepy alien spiders.
Well, I'm not going to give away any of the show, but I will say that AJ texted me in the middle of the night last night that just said, nope to this movie.
This movie is a nope. I'm like sitting in the dark while we're all watching this movie, and I'm like, I feel like there's something crawling all over me, and I hate that feeling. And the thing is, we are watching spiders and aliens and creepy things all.
Come on, man. Spiders ain't scary. What are you talking about? Spider.
Okay. You must not have, no. I don't do spiders. I don't do snakes. That's it. I cannot wait to go back to normal podcast episodes. But then again, then Christmas is around the corner and we get all corny.
It'd be,
Which I can't really say that too much because Christmas, our shows over there are still a little oofod.
So I get to pick out Christmas shows and just torture you by make you watch them 24 hours a day.
Well, for this year we have Jingle All the Way, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Gremlins, Krampus. Then we're doing 2 kid ones for some of the younger audience we have. We're going to do Beauty and the Beast Enchanted Christmas, which has Tim Curry in it playing the big organ, and then Polar Express, which is going to be a very, very tough one for me with how this year has gone. Polar Express, which if you're not part of my nerds group. I lost my godfather in June. That was the first book he ever gave me, was the Polar Express book, and I knew what we were doing this Christmas. I was going to make sure we were doing Polar Express, kind of like in his honor.
Oh, that'd be cool. I'll have to check that out, dude. Things like that. How do you approach stuff like that, man? Because you want to do the show, but it's also kind of hard to do the show.
Oh, I approach pretty much everything with trying to be funny. Like, you can bring me to the most serious thing in the world, and I'll probably be cracking jokes the whole time, because I don't like serious stuff.
Yeah.
That's how I deal with it.
Don't do serious.
No,
So
no,
you're like the Joker. Why so serious?
Yeah, but I don't cut people from ear to ear. I make people's stomach hurt from laughing too hard.
Yeah.
No, but we've had a couple of those. I know it's a celebrity, but I got really emotional when Robin Williams died, when Chadwick Boseman died. But when you're actually going to dedicate an episode to a family member, it's kind of like what we did Wednesday.
Yeah.
For Noah Wilson in the Thunderstorm of Racing League, or League of Racing. I apologize. But let's go back to talk to some funnier shit. Matt, you've listened to a bunch of our episodes. Which one has been your... Oh, I know where you're going with this.
Well, but to be fair, my best... Which one? I know right off the bat my favorite one. The Dumbledore. The Dumbledore. You guys talking about that? Not only is my best favorite episode, but my favorite moment is you talking about Dumbledore.
Oh, I want to say that was one of our Fantastic Beast episodes when we find out Dumbledore's got a hard-on for Grindelwald.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, Dumbledore's probably got his dick shoved up in Grindelwald's ass when he looks at the Mirror of Erised, because it's showing his most desires. I'm like, that's a weird way to look at it, but throw that into the show.
So then for about a week after that, I kept telling AJ that he had a thing for Dumbledore's dick. Literally is what I told him.
Well, that's pretty much what the show is. When you're either broadcasting or when you're just recording content, have fun. Love what you do, and you never work a day in your life. And I never thought in my life I'd get paid to talk about freaking NASCAR or some other vehicles. Hell, I knew nothing about trophy trucks, and we've done that 3 weeks in a row.
Yeah, with the pony guys, it's been so much fun too.
Going to Crandon and seeing that launch, I've never seen that before, and that was freaking nuts.
Yeah, and I think you look at it and you go, for what we do, yeah, there's some ups and downs, but it's pretty daggum cool.
Oh, yeah. I went to Kineticon. There's an episode on that. Check it out. And we couldn't get a press pass, which was really unfortunate. But I'm walking around there, and I'm seeing all these vendors. I'm seeing all these cool people dressed up, cosplaying. Well, and everybody's all like nice. You're in a world of people like you. Like, I took a photo with a Typhlosion. It's a Pokemon. It's an evolution of my favorite Pokemon, Cyndaquil. And people are like, can I take a picture with you? Can I take a picture? And you're just like, I saw like 5 or 6 Captain Americas. I saw a bunch of what was coming out? A bunch of My Hero characters. And it's so cool. And I got to meet a bunch of people like voice actors. If you listen to the end of our shows, Susie, my co-host, and one of my buddies who's a regular on the show, Mikey, they actually got Rob Paulson to do my outro. For, AJ, where can people find you? And they got him to do that. And Rob Paulson, if you've ever seen Animaniacs, he's Wacko. If you've ever seen Jimmy Neutron Boy Genius, he's Carl.
Right. Jimmy Neutron. That's something I ain't thought about in a while. Freaking Jimmy Neutron. But yeah, dude,
But
like the communities, with that, and then iRacing, we're in a lot of cool communities.
oh, absolutely. And you're always told, find people that make you happy, and the group, a lot of the iRacing community, Nighthawk, if he's still watching, I'll throw him out there because me and him talk a lot. I haven't been racing as much as I'd like, but I'm having fun broadcasting with you, and you're being kind enough to send some money my way for helping you. You're an awesome dude.
What is so funny too is like when we got into
Holy
this,
shit, he was in a lot of crap.
Who?
Rob Paulson.
How much?
I just IMDb'd him, and I'm still scrolling like 10 seconds later.
That's a problem.
Well, I'm not a problem for him. He's always gonna have work.
Well, good point. Oh, I got one more question about Kineticon. Real question for this is, how many Wonder Women did you see?
I'm sorry, what was that? Did I hear that right? Say that again.
Yes, how many Wonder Women did you see?
Oh, God. Maybe like 5 or 6?
Okay, you don't have to say. So, in order that you've seen them, what number was the prettiest Wonder Woman?
Oh, God. Jessica, I hope you're never watching this. Probably 1 through 5?
1 through 5. There it is, folks.
No, but what I was saying, this iRacing community, there's a lot of good people. There's a lot of talented people. And same thing with the podcasting community. Like, we went to all those vendors, and coming up soon, I'm going to be posting a photo on our pages of all the vendors, just in case people want to check them out and, give them a little bit of love, because why not? Their product was pretty awesome. So trying to grab them all right now so I can plug a couple people. But
right,
it was just a lot of fun. A lot of people that are like you, just having a good time.
Yeah, and that's the thing. And I'll make sure and send Jessica a copy of this episode, by the way.
Of course, because you want me dead. I got it.
Well, if I get in trouble for goofy shit, then you have to get in trouble for goofy shit.
No, it's just cool. It's just cool. It's a lot of fun. But what I tell people, whether you're making podcasts, making YouTube videos, broadcasting, running your own league, do something you enjoy, because I don't make any money off of podcasting. I would like to someday. I would very much like to someday, but it is more of a release for myself. First off, myself, because I'm the one that started Nerds Doing Nerd Things. But, my friends have fun with it, and they look forward to it. And, I wouldn't trade anything to hang out with you or anybody else.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Hanging out with friends is the biggest part to why we do all this. And that's the fun part, in my opinion, too. That is, in my humble opinion. But man, it has been such a great time working with you and having fun, because we just legitimately have fun.
Yeah, I go back to our Talladega race a couple weeks ago. It was unfortunate the race was caution filled, but when it was green, me and you were just cracking jokes the whole time. I was doing my normal voices of characters that got us both in trouble for about a couple hours.
Yeah, and that was the funny part. Behind the scenes, we got in some a little bit of heat, a little bit of.
But then that was all acquitted when the league owner was like, "What are you talking about?" to the person accusing us. I was just doing my normal voices. I was just trying to be funny. I think I did a restart as Mickey Mouse.
Yeah.
I know I did Shaggy and Scooby. Zoink, Scoob, there they go, wreck it again.
Yeah.
Row, Raggy, caution's out.
Oh, you did that, and then somehow we got in trouble, and then we got it cleared up.
My favorite part was, the Viagra car's in the top line, but the top line's the short line. I don't think the Viagra's working.
Right. And here, what's behind the mic? The whole point of this is go behind the scenes. You see a lot of broadcasts, really good guys, and they do it uber seriously, right? Uber serious broadcast.
Like if they're making Fox money or NBC money.
I can't. I just can't.
Dude, I remember saying, this was after I said the Viagra joke, and I go, wow, the Viagra car is right next to the Valvoline car. You got some lube for when you get a little, stiff down there. And I heard you mute your mic for like 10, 15 seconds. We had like dead air of just racing, and I'm like, I think I might have killed him. I don't know if I can do the last like 25 laps just by myself.
Yeah, it was great, and like I said, we can be serious when we absolutely need to be. But man, it has been a fun. Nighthawk listening. I'm working on his man cave. I don't have a man cave. I have
I should show you my man cave. Like, this is nuts. Like my whole setup.
Well, see, my man cave got invaded by estrogen, so.
She heard that, didn't she?
She did hear that. So my man cave.
It was nice knowing you. Hey, Jimmy, don't leave lie to you. I didn't say that. Don't you be blaming me.
See, I was gonna get some like superhero, like Wonder Woman posters, and just go ham with it, but she wouldn't allow it. So, yeah.
I'm currently about to send you something of my whole man cave.
Well, I may be alive to see it. I may not.
But I don't know. I'm really grateful that my wife and her mother allowed me and my wife to have this whole like den area as like a game and a me and her room, because it is fantastic. Like, I just come down here. This is where I would help you broadcast, and where I play my games and all that other wonderful stuff.
So does your girlfriend do the same thing as mine after I've been on her nerves for about 2 days, and she's just like, go do something, go broadcast?
Mine loves me so much, she'd rather me be down here than bothering her upstairs. But I just sent you that video of that, which I
Bro, organization, my guy.
What do you mean organization? Organization of what? All those pop figures on my wall? Yeah. They are actually in order. They're grouped together, number one, and they're in order when they're grouped together.
Look at that seat you got, that Speed Racer seat, S Racer, whatever. That looks more comfortable than the one I've got.
Hey, it still hurts my ass after a little while.
Well, that's... Is that a Captain America shield?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hello?
So I've just got...
When somebody comes and bothers me, they're getting the shield, or they're getting hit with the WWE Championship belt that's on the back of that chair.
So... When you want the romantic times with the woman, do you go running after her with the shield going, Captain America?
I cannot divulge what goes on.
Oh, God.
It could do something with the shield or the WWE Championship belt.
The WWE Championship belt, no. Oh, no.
Oh, God. I posted this to my freaking timeline. That's great.
Oh.
Breathe, Matt. Breathe.
I've just got images of you running after her with nothing but a WWE Championship belt on and the Captain America shield.
Come here, honey. Come here, honey. I am champion now. Oh God, I can hear you gasping for air. That's not good. You have been feeling good these last couple days.
Oh,
So I'm gonna take over for a couple minutes now while you can control yourself and probably grab a drink.
oh, that's great.
Dude.
Oh, she just said I got the hots for you now.
Oh, that's not good. I mean, oh, wonderful.
I mean, if the world was coming to an end and I had really ugly female or AJ, which one would I choose? I would go with AJ.
Hopefully the ugly female.
No, not the ugly female.
I would.
The generation of the world would just die because I'm not. Oh, not happening.
What happened to her? What happened to you? Well, the world kind of ended. Why? She looked like E.T.
Oh, we're not talking about you.
No, we went full off the deep end. Like we just jumped off of the diving board into a pool with no water, no nothing in it, just concrete.
Yes. So see, as you can tell by watching the video when we're doing broadcasts, we do tone it back quite a bit.
Oh yeah, we bullshit all the time. Like when we're not broadcasting, I feel like me and you talk at least 4 or 5 times a day, either messages or phone calls. We at least call each other once a day.
It'll be 4 in the morning. Hey AJ, what's a good Marvel movie to watch 4 in the morning? And you're like, well, I don't know. What do you want to watch?
The inside of my eyelids. Dun dun da da.
Damn. So entertaining.
Yeah, we have a lot of fun. We do have a lot of fun. But I wouldn't trade any of this for the world. Because I have my own show, you have your broadcast, so I'm literally busy every night, and I don't like not being busy.
So Jessica, does she get mad when you're busy literally every night?
No, because she'd rather me be home than doing something else. And it doesn't have to be every night, you know. If she wants to go do something, she submits the form that says, I would like to do this with you on this night, and this requires amount of that time, which I'm completely joking about. I'm 100% joking about.
Can you make me a form to give Kim? Like
no, because then I'm an accomplice to your suicide by Kim. And I'd rather not do that.
Well, yeah, I'm getting flipped off at the moment.
I can feel the Superwoman eye beams, the heat beams coming through the computer and hitting me in the back of the head.
Oh, I'll cool her off later.
All right, we don't need to hear about that, pal. On to the next thing.
I wasn't even talking about that. I was talking about ice water.
So here's a question for you. Here's a question for you, Matt. Getting off topic because I'd rather change subject. What league that hasn't started yet on your channel are you most looking forward to?
Oh wow, just put me on the spot there, buddy.
Yes, I needed a drink and I need you to talk for like 10-15 seconds.
15 seconds, I got you. All right, so I love the 7,500 guys. I think it's going to be great. But my most anticipated league is actually a return with the AMA Modified Series coming in February. That's going to be a lot of fun, and it's going to be a great season, I think.
So since you're talking about the modifieds, I think it was Nighthawk's League. I really think it's Nighthawk's League that he actually took those modifieds, and if you know anything about modifieds, they're only supposed to turn left. He actually put a road course setup in it, and they actually ran a road course.
Yeah.
I gotta go back and see if it was him, but I was really intrigued because they used to do a road course, and it sucked.
Yeah.
But for what he said, it was actually a pretty good race, and I'm really intrigued.
I ran them one time at Watkins Glen.
Isn't that where they used to run?
Yeah, they used to run in New York, Watkins. See, I tend to get myself in trouble on these podcasts, folks, and
I know. I just read the comment. Yeah,
yeah,
you two are dead, or you do you're dead. You do you're dead. I'm sorry. I said what?
I said
Okay.
what now?
Moving forward. So
So
modified speed.
Jessica's got your back. She won't let Kim kill you.
Ooh, yeah, that's a pat on the back.
Yeah, exactly.
No, here, honey, I'll help him.
Oh, geez.
But being in Northeastern and having iRacing now, and I really haven't done a lot of racing because I've been trying to make some money and everything.
More racing, pal.
I want to, but right now bills are tight, so I'm trying to earn some extra cash. So I'll get back to racing. I loved racing, but those modifieds were a huge reason why I wanted iRacing. And, you know, I can't wait to broadcast those races next year.
Well, see how this goes is, and this is what's so cool, as it goes down the hill. You leagues pay me, right? And then I'm able to give you some help, pay you, and then it makes everybody happy. It helps everybody out. They get their broadcast, I get a broadcast, you get to come commentate and make some extra money. And
Yeah.
I just seen a post on Facebook, and I'm going to rant a moment, but I'm not gonna give the person involved because it's a high name setup shop. I'm not gonna give the setup shop in the name of who it is. But why in the Sam hell do you need a pair of Slim gloves and pay $60 for it? Why? Why? Go to Walmart, get mechanics gloves for $12. That's literally what I use.
I don't use any gloves.
Dude, okay, I will share it to you on Facebook. That way you see what I see.
Oh boy.
We're not gonna give them the name out, but you know, if you see it, it kind of is obvious. But you know, this is how I get in trouble. Is I am brutally honest to a fault.
I wouldn't call it a fault. You're very successful at being brutally honest.
It's like, okay, all for making money, folks, but you don't need to spend $60 on a pair of gloves, and that leads me into the conversation that I'd planned on next week. But let's do it now because this is going to be fun. Setup shops in general. Guess what, folks? Going and paying $9 a setup's not going to make you faster if you suck. I am sorry, it is not a fix-all.
Shit.
It is not at all a
I mean, you
fix-all.
might pick up a little time, but you know.
Even you need.
I'm genuinely not good anyway.
Of gloves, and that. Well, yes.
I can't say that. I was okay in the Xfinity and Cup cars for when we were running them. It's when you get towards the street stock, the late models.
I love it now. It just throws it in the chat. Oh damn. Okay, okay. I'm not hating on them trying to make money, but I just don't understand why you would need. Maybe I should buy a pair and try them, AJ, and review them.
You could, but that's $60.
Oh,
I mean,
man.
you could just do what I do and just grab the wheel with your hands, with just your hands.
Hang on, where do I? Literally, right here beside me. You know what I did to keep all my equipment in, AJ? I went to this nice store called Roses that sells shit really, really cheap. I got a $12 pop-up ottoman, that thing with the cushion on top, and I put all my shit in there, and there you go. So, like, all my sim racing stuff is right here in this ottoman beside the chair. And then when I'm broadcasting and want to be lazy, I just kick my feet up on it.
Yeah, I literally pretty much do the exact same thing. The exact same thing. I'd love to actually get another wheel, but, that's a lot of money.
But guys, there's a YouTuber by the name of Kneebones, and I'm going to give him credit. He released a video about a month back, AJ, talking about the scam of setup shops. I wouldn't go as far as calling it a scam because the problem I have, and I'm going to word this very carefully for a minute, but is if you're just buying the setup and not looking at the telemetry that they provide you, if they provide you telemetry data and replay files, if you don't look at that, guess what? The setup's going to do you jack diddly.
Yeah, but doesn't iRacing already give you replay?
Yeah, but they give you the replay of them running the lap and how their throttle control was with that particular setup. So what I'm saying is, if I send you a setup and I like a really really loose car, AJ, but you can't stand a really really loose car, my setup is not going to make you necessarily faster.
No.
And
No.
yes, and I'll be honest and I'll say it live on air. Have I become more open and saying what I want to say? Yeah. You know what I mean? Because
No. Wait, you've always been a jackass, though.
yeah, to a level, yeah. I'm a nice guy, but I'm also gonna say what I think. And I'm this community has a lot of ways to make money, a lot of great ways to make money, and not make them. Let's be clear here, because I know make them's in the chat, but they are some, not make them, because I actually do think make them makes really good setups. I just wanted to give him shit about gloves, because I know he'll message me on Discord. But there's some setup shops that are not that great.
I wanted to throw this out here, right? If you put time and money, or just time into making anything, I think there's a price point for it.
I think
right?
So.
But I don't think you need to charge up the yin yang for it. Like, there are some people out there that charge like $50, $60 or whatever for just paint schemes. I was like, yeah, he's putting time and effort into it. But shit.
Yeah, there's definitely a saying for that. You know, everything is worth something, right?
Yeah. And I get that. Make some money off of it, but don't push people to a competitor just to get a couple people to buy your stuff.
Coming soon, Extreme Sim TV Racing Clubs.
I mean, I'm still waiting for my Extreme Sim TV crew shirt.
I'm still waiting on the pre-approval process to be over with.
Well, then, yeah, there's that then. There's definitely that then.
Yeah, I'm hoping for December still, but okay, like the shirts, $20 for a shirt. You know what I mean? I like that. So I do see. Maybe it's me with the whole gloves thing. Maybe I just don't get it. I mean, maybe if you're running like endurance stuff. Question mark.
Yeah, maybe if you're doing endurance and everything, because you're going to be on the wheel for a very long period of time. The longest I've been racing in one shot was that SRL Daytona road course where it was 2 hours straight,
right?
And that sucked. My legs both hurt and my arms both hurt because the other leagues I've been in, number one, you had cautions. Number two, the races weren't that freaking long.
Well, and to me personally, I feel like, wow, okay. To me personally, when you put your logo on something, it's a good debate of how much does that price point go up. Right, that's the debate,
Yeah,
and that's the kind of problem I've got with shirts right now too. That's kind of holding that process up. Is I don't want to charge $35 a person for a T-shirt.
No, it's not like you're going to Disney World where it's $30, $40 for a T-shirt.
Like fuck, I did. how can I expect any of my subscribers, anybody that watches, anybody associated, to pay $35 a shirt? And that's my holdup, and that's why I went away from option A and now looking at option B, because I no. And yes, this podcast is where I will kind of, since I'm not in the booth, it's behind the mic, and I can kind of say my opinions and stuff like this. There is definitely an argument for cool factor, right?
Oh yeah, but the level of the cool factor shouldn't outweigh the what you think you should be paying for it.
Yeah. If I need a set of driving shoes, right? Which I've got.
Wait, hold on, time out. So you're telling me that for iRacing, people have their own shoes for iRacing, they have their own gloves. Now you're going to tell me what? People actually wear driver helmets, that they put the VR inside the driver helmet, and that they probably have their own fire suit too that they race in?
Have you ever heard of a guy named by the name of Jason Jacoby?
Are you actually about to tell me that he actually does this?
Well, he's a monster. He fucking beat his girlfriend and ended up in prison.
You've gone from watching drum solos on your phone
back when he was
to playing along with them in a soundproof basement.
Here
Download
you
and
go,
rock.
buddy. Here's one of his old videos. Let's see. I'm not going to give it away. I'm going to let you go see for yourself. So let me go to Mr. Jacoby's old videos.
No. Do not do that. Do not give him the publicity.
Okay. So he
Do
had...
not.
Here I go hating on Jacoby. This is always fun when I get to do this. He had a cutaway car, a cutaway ARCA body, basically, painted up in Domino's paint scheme. He had a Domino's fire suit, a Domino's header, or helmet, and Domino's gloves for iRacing.
Okay, that's a little too much.
Okay, I did a joke one night where I put on a motorcycle helmet when I was iRacing and posted about it as a joke, and I said, this is when you're taking iRacing too serious. But this guy had custom fire suits. Come on. And yes, Jason, I'm talking shit about you. Fuck you. All I got to say to you, buddy, when you get out and get to see this. But
I know, it's 2021. Prison might actually have YouTube.
I don't know if he's still in prison. I don't know if he got it. I don't know, because I followed the story for a while, but it got so daggum dumb ridiculous. And yeah, he's out again, by the way. Stirred up shit with Austin Argonoski again. But
Oh boy.
he is yes, so much fun. If you need to hear the story, I'll send you a great video by Black Flag.
So we all know
that covers this whole dumb thing from start to finish.
All right, let's get back to talking to some fun things before we close this out, because holy crap, we've been doing this for a while and I'm loving every second of it.
Yeah, you got me going tonight, didn't you?
Well, hey, that's what this is for.
I'm interested to see the thumbs up, thumbs down ratio after this.
Well, so far we're sitting at 3 up.
Oh, hey, at least.
But I'm a viewer, probably Nighthawk, Ninja probably still, if he's watching.
So we all know that,
you know, do us a favor, share it out there. We're trying to get Extreme Sim TV to really blow up, because Matt does do a fantastic job. Right. And I'm not tooting my own horn here. There are plenty of graphics that I've made within the last week and that I think have really helped, you know, make your show look a lot better.
Yes. You know what I think that's made me a better broadcaster here as of late? Kind of my worry is gone. Yes, I want to do a great job, and I want to do the best job for our leagues, obviously, right? But also, I will give my opinion. Because I have quickly learned that doing it that way and being honest about yourself is the best way to do things. You know, I'm honest to a fault, you know, and I said that earlier, but I really mean it. And I love everybody I work for. And you know what I would love, AJ, even more, though?
What?
Dude, I wish this world was able to do debates without it being a freaking.
Yeah, no
Remember,
kidding.
remember back in the day, you could actually debate somebody. Like,
Yeah.
okay, for instance, if somebody wants to change my mind about setup shops in general, and I'm not talking about one shop, I'm talking in general, I feel that it's overpriced. You know, the whole thing, just like I feel broadcasting in some ways is overpriced in some areas. I'm a debate.
Yeah, I think you're relatively on the cheap end
Yeah.
of broadcasters.
But here's the problem. You can't debate with people because people get too mad.
And they'll go find somebody even cheaper for a crappier broadcast, which I'm not shooting the shit at anybody. I'm just saying, there's a reason why leagues pay for, a certain person. You want Fox, you want NBC, you're going to pay for Fox or NBC. Yeah. You want somebody who just learned how to do it, you're going to pay for somebody who just learned how to do it. And that will probably be dirt cheap per race. You want a person who's been doing it for, 4 years?
Yeah. Coming up on 4, 3 and a quarter now, 3.5 now, coming to 4.
You want somebody who's had 3 to 4 years of honing his craft that still gives people a decent price and is still currently getting better and better and better. You're going to pay for that.
Again, I brought this up on the podcast. I don't assume myself to be one of the best. I have my personal top tier. But at the same time, in a lot of ways, I'm not trying to be the best out here.
No, you're trying to be you. Yeah. And, we're not looking to be the best. We're looking to be fun. We're looking to be commentators. Well, this is you. I don't know why I'm saying we. I've just been helping you with broadcasting. But you're looking to be fun. You're looking to broadcast. You're looking to give that league the exposure it wants at a price that you and the league both come to.
And it also helps me on this John Deere Saber project of a lawnmower that I've been working on for a year, that every time I fix one thing, it breaks another. That's another topic of conversation. John Deere, could you please, for the love of all that's holy bananas, give me a parts list from 1996 that's actually accurate? How difficult is this?
But back to what I was saying, you since you started broadcasting the SRL is when I figured out what Extreme Sim TV was.
Right.
So I want to say, what's that, July-ish?
Ish. July-ish. Oh gosh, we lost AJ. Do 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 do. Are we back? Oh, we lost AJ, didn't we? We lost him. Do 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 do.
That is twice you've done that.
Yeah, he's back.
Twice.
I know, I'm a butthead. Go ahead, continue.
But crap. No, it's probably the end of July is when I started realizing what Extreme Sim TV was. I listened to your first broadcast as I was your first podcast episode when I was driving home from work one day, and I'm like, this guy knows what he's talking about. And then I listened to you in the booth, and I was thinking through watching a lot of the series along with the one I was in, he might benefit if he has somebody else in the booth. And I had no clue at the time that would have been me. And like I said last night on your thing, our friendship really started with you asking a question about equipment.
Yeah. I literally asked you about the new mic upgrade that I did. And it went from there.
And boy, am I grateful it has.
And what's funny with these podcasts is we sit down and we have a talking point. And then normally we go way away from the talking point. And then we just sit here and we talk. This is literally the only thing me and AJ talking about tonight was Far Cry.
That was it. And it divulged into everything else.
Me throwing shade, me being me. This is why being my social media manager is difficult.
No, it's not really difficult at all. Not at all. I'm just I'm really happy, and I mean this, that I'm able to throw. Wow, that was a nice breath into the mic.
Sorry about that.
I'm really happy that I can help you, and it sounds cheesy or whatever, but you did a fantastic job before I got there, and then I'm able to add some things I know how to do. Like I made a bunch of your graphics. Hell, I made this graphics.
Yeah, you did.
That everybody's seeing
great.
now.
It looks amazing. When I brought AJ on, it literally started out with a sponsorship agreement, and then it quickly turned into, hey, you want to come do this? You want to do this?
Yeah, and I gladly be doing this again. When March comes around and it's time to renew, absolutely, 100%.
Because we have fun. And unfortunately, I ain't got to meet Susie yet, but I'm sure she's heard enough of this that she's like, oh my God.
Pretty much. I've told her a lot about it, and I've played a lot for her. And pretty much whenever she pops up out of nowhere, like when we talk about her, I'm like, you have to listen to this just so I'm in the clear for when you beat the crap out of me.
Yep.
Just so I know why you're doing it and not, curious. I was like, well, did she listen to this part, that part, or that part?
Well, Susie, what you don't know is you're the coolest person on Nerds Doing Nerd Things podcast. And you're cooler
you.
And you're cool as AJ. And
I'm sorry.
I'm on your side.
Kim, if you can hear me.
Kim can't hear you. She ain't listening.
Well, then I'm messaging her in the chat.
You're messaging her in the chat. Go ahead. Susie, you are the most awesome co-host ever, and you're the lifeblood of Nerds or Not podcast. Boy, I'm sucking up awful hard right now.
There you go.
Oh boy.
Hopefully she's watching the YouTube and sees the notification that I tagged her. Kimberly Campbell, kick his ass.
Kimberly Campbell, kick his ass. Hi, dear. Oh, but man, we have had a ball each and every time.
Yeah, whether we're calling a race, which we're going to do twice tomorrow, that's going to be fun. That's going to be a lot of fun.
That's going to be 500 miles of fun.
Yeah, to the point where I think me and you were going to do a lot of crank it up so we have time to run to the bathroom and grab a drink if we need to.
Yeah. Well, you could always do the race car thing. You know what that is?
Yeah, I wish there was a button as a broadcaster you can hit that'll cycle through all the on cars, like what they normally do on Crank It Ups outside of being on the outside wall. But you could step away and it'll do it itself.
Yeah, that way I could step away and it would still rotate through.
Yep.
I feel like Kimberly's going to beat the far out of me later. I feel like this might be dangerous. Ow. What was that for, dear?
All right, dude. Well, let's close it up. For anybody listening later on, Nerds Doing Nerd Things came out with another episode today. It was The Shining. Jack Nicholson and Shelley Duvall, or as I like to call her, Bug-Eyed Lady.
Yeah.
But yeah, check it out. It was kind of funny to record, but not great to watch. Not that it was scary or anything. The last 45 minutes was great. It's just getting into the movie. But give us a listen, check us out, share us out. The whole reason why I put myself out there so much is to have more fun and get more ears on Nerds Doing Nerd Things. And now I'm on Extreme Sim TV, which gets my voice somewhere else.
And again, guys, thank you for coming out once again. This has been episode number 4. Behind the Mic podcast with Matt, and who knows what we're going to talk about on episode 5.
Boobies!
Well, boobies would be fun. We could have a long-term discussion about that, but...
do your boobs hang low? Do they wobble to the floor?
Films don't. Anyway, we're going to get out of here before I get smacked, because I just said that over there. Anyway, any final thoughts, Kimmy? No final thoughts.
I'm gonna kick your ass when you can turn off that mic.
Not gonna die tonight.
I'm gonna beat you like the redheaded stepchild.
Bro, I got a question for you.
Oh
before
shit!
before we go. All right. So Kimmy's laying in bed last night. I lay down too. Does your old lady tend to try to run you out of bed when you're trying to go to sleep? Like if you scoot over, does she like scoot closer and closer and closer, and then you're on the edge of the bed, and then she just chases you all the way across the bed?
No, what she does is she's asleep. Usually when I get up there at night, I'll lay down, no problem, not wake her up. Everything's fine. Hours later, though, I feel like I'm being kicked, and then find out I'm being kicked out of bed by her sleeping or pretending to sleep.
That tends to happen.
I don't know if she's doing it on purpose. I have not a clue in the world. But I go from being on my little tiny side of the bed. We have a queen size bed, and I literally just take up like 2 feet of it. That's it. I lay on my side. And she's like, no, I want to sprawl out. You know, kick, 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 bang.
I might need to go get some hay out of the barn. Make me a padding bed for tonight, because I don't think I'm going to regular bed.
Well, go sleep next to the dog. At least the dog will be warm.
All right, folks, I'm going to go sleep next to the dog. You guys have fun. This has been the Behind the Mic podcast with Matt, where you get to know a little bit more about what me and AJ do outside of broadcasting and learn a little bit more about me and my unfiltered mouth sometimes. So, until next time, I will see y'all later. Everyone have a great night. We'll see you in a week for episode 5. With me having Friday nights off and AJ usually free on Fridays, this will most likely become the new podcasting night.
All right, let's do it.
Thank you, guys. We'll see you next week. AJ, thanks for being on once again, buddy.
All right. Thanks for having me. Peace out, everybody.